Hey everyone, this is Towelliee with TGN.TV and welcome to Blackwing Descent. This is Nefarian's End, Heroic Mode 25, man. So here's how we start the encounter. Warrior Tank takes Onyxia. Yep, she's back. She's fucking, she doesn't go away. And I can't see myself on the screen. I'm so small. Awesome. So you're going to tank her probably right around where she's being tanked right now. Turned that way. She does a lightning discharge. Her body's going to start sparkling just like that. And you want to turn her just like that. So everyone in the raid is not taking an intense amount of electrical damage. So now Nefarian comes down. I'm going to tank Nefarian. I'm going to pull her away. Or pull him, excuse me. I always say her for Nefarian. Maybe because he's a pussy. I don't know. Pull him away from Onyxia. If they're together, they both gain a buff called Children of Deathwing, which makes them attack 100% faster. Do not want that. Now, the major change is Dominion, as you saw in the Nefarian cast. He just cast Dominion. As you can see, there's 3-4 MC'd people in the raid. I think it's 3 people who are MC'd at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what's going to happen is, once you're MC'd, you have 2 abilities. Either Stolen Power or Free Your Mind. Stolen Power, if you spam that, you start gaining a stack of this buff that makes you do more damage. And it's going to be evident, as you can see here, Digi, goddamn you Digi, has the buff, and he starts going about, I don't know, 124,000 threat per second, and he just completely overlaps me, which is good, because he's going to pull off of me, and I'm going to taunt back off of him and take all his threat, which is basically what I wanted to do. And there you go. Taunt back really quick. Awesome. An insane amount of threat. That puts me at a huge lead above the next person. Thank you, Digi Chaos. Always a savior. Shadow Flame Breath throughout this entire phase. Yada, yada, yada. There's going to be these animated Bone Warriors that spawn. And once these animated Bone Warriors spawn, you want to have the Paladin tank grab them, tank them away, make them sleep or become inactive at about 12 o'clock on the map here. The way they work is they lose about 2 power, 2 energy per second as long as they don't get hit by a Shadow Flame Breath. Which makes it reset back to 100, and once you have them all gathered up, you just let them become inactive. So it'll take about 1.5 minutes for them to become inactive, not being hit by anything. And like I said, that's Dominion. And once you're dominated, you'll start slowly walking toward. You see those portals right there? You can't control that. That's the part of the domination. He dominates you. He makes you walk toward these portals, and you have a couple of seconds to either stack that damage buff or hit Free Your Mind, which will break the MC. You can either choose to break it instantaneously, which is what some healers do, so they can get back on the tank. Or if your DPS, start stacking, and right before you hit the portal, hit Free Your Mind. If you hit the portal, you're going to die. Now, every 10%, there's going to be Electrocute from Nefarian. He's going to cast Electrocute. Basically, if you have any boss mod, I'm using big wigs. It says explosion soon, and then once the explosion happens, it's basically like an electrical AOE to the entire raid. Hits for about 100,000 damage, but you can easily negate it if you have the Mirror of Broken Images trinket from Tol Barad, AMS, all those kind of magical cooldowns. We usually just use barriers and raid walls. Now, phase 2. You have to kill Onyxia. Onyxia goes down. Nefarian goes up into the air. And here we go. Lava fun. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what's going to happen here because I'm about half the size I used to be. So am I going to take more stacks now? Is it going to take me longer to get to the top? But it seemed like I was more mobile as a dwarf, so I kind of got on the platform pretty easily. Now, you still have the chromatic prototype, okay, on the platform. You still have to split up your DPS on the platform into about, whatever, 2 interrupters on each platform. Have a backup. If you have a lot of shamans, you can put 1 shaman interrupting the whole entire time with max hit. And that's about it. Now, Explosive Cinders, as you can see right there, it just happened. He will cast Explosive Cinders on 3 raid members. Basically, you become this ticking time bomb. And if you explode and knock everyone back for about 45,000 damage, and you don't want that. So the minute you gain Explosive Cinders right there, 3 people got it, you jump into the lava, probably 10 yards away from the platform. Wait till the debuff goes off, run back in. Now, the strategy for that is, when you get Explosive Cinders, wait a few seconds so you're not in a lava for a long time. I think it's a 8 or 10 second duration on a debuff. Wait till you have about 4 seconds, 5 seconds left on a debuff. Jump into lava, let it go, and then go back in. Obviously, you should be healed. If anyone on my platform gets it, I usually like to Hand of Sack them just to negate a lot of the damage that they're taking. And right now, I'm basically interrupting anytime I can on the chromatic prototype along with the other interrupters. And basically, you become a support role here, okay? Basically, you want to use your Holy Radiance. You want to use everything in your arsenal to keep your group up and make it, life easier on the healers, not make them deplete that much of their mana because they need it for this phase. Phase 3. I start tanking Nefarian at about 9 o'clock. The ads are at about 12, all right? So at this point, and basically what we're going to do is I'm just basically going to rotate the boss clockwise along with the tank with the ads. And the main purpose of this is to not let those ads get hit with that Shadow Blaze. You have to move fast enough with the ads as the Warrior Paladin tank. I believe we had the Paladin tank on the ads, Warrior tank as support. Domination still happens, okay? You're still dominated, or Dominion, whatever they want to call it. Still happens in this phase. As you can see here, I'm going to basically just be moving. At the corner of my eye, I can see the Warrior and the Paladin tank with the ads. And basically, I'm just going to let's see, go clockwise, Shadow Breath. You have to really know how to blow your cooldowns on this fight. Every Shadow Flame Breath, you should have a cooldown available. I didn't use Stone Form as much as I should have. I keep forgetting I even have it. I can fucking barely see myself on the screen. What do you want me to do? So every Electrocute, still every 10% is an Electrocute. So you want to make sure you have a cooldown for that. If not, don't be afraid. Ask for an external cooldown. It happens. But those ads, you don't want them to get hit by Shadow Blaze. If they get hit by Shadow Blaze, their power energy resets. Remember, they start losing 2 energy per second as long as they're not hit with a Shadow Flame Breath or Shadow Blaze in this instance. So as you can see there, a lot of them died. You can see a lot of them became inactive, but a lot of them are still up. So you gotta have to handle that. And if it gets too crazy, they get too many stacks of that buff that makes them do more damage and move faster. They keep up to the tanks and they just start murking the shit out of you. Now our DPS was pretty good in this fight. We were able to, I think we were able to reset them once or twice each. I'm not exactly sure. But so key things to remember: phase 3, Dominion. If you're dominated, spam the shit out of 1 when you're about to hit the portal. Hit 2, free your mind. Ads have to keep moving, never stop. Don't let them get hit with the Shadow Blaze. If you're tanking Nefarian, make sure that you're always moving, whatever it is, counterclockwise, clockwise. I'm moving clockwise. As you can see here, the ads are about to come near the tail, so I just do a move, and there we go. That's all you have to do. The reason you move is because you don't want the healers or the tanks with the ads to get, tail swiped and then electrocuted right afterward. That's probably like the worst and like the deadliest combination. So you just don't want that to happen. So you just want to keep constantly moving. Don't worry about your healers. Don't worry about the raid. They're going to be moving with you. And once that happens, the entire fight is basically cake. It's basically a cakewalk after that. Just, save your AoE cooldowns for the Electrocute, Barrier, Divine Guardian. You're going to probably have to want to use your Tranquility depending on how many you have in a raid. I believe we had like 2 or 3 in this one. And that is Nefarian's End. And I don't even think I even got any loot this one. No, there was no shield. The other tanks had the shield. I was like, yes, come on, please drop shield. I love thee. But quick recap. We just did a phase 3 recap. Phase 1 recap. Dominion, if you're dominated, same thing as right now in phase 3. Make sure you tank the ads away from any Shadow Flame Breath so they all become inactive at the same time. And then you can place them wherever you want. We place them at 12 o'clock. That's fine with me. Phase 2, Explosive Cinders. Once you get it, wait till your debuff only has 5 or 4 seconds left. Jump off into the lava, explode, go back onto your pillar. Remember, you can bubble it, cloak it, ice block it, whatever you want. Electrocute every 10%. Nefarian does Electrocute, like right there. It's basically just like an AoE damage the entire raid. In phase 1, make sure you kill Onyxia in time before her lightning discharge fucking bar hits like 100%, or else she'll hit the entire raid for 1,000,000 damage. And that's basically the entire encounter. I mean, if anyone has any questions at all, let me know. This has been Towelliee with TGN.TV, Facebook.com/Towelliee, Twitter.com/TowTheTank, HolyShield.com is our personal website. HolyShield.com is my personal website. Thank you. I said it like all retardedly right there. Sorry, I just woke up. What can I say? No coffee. Need coffee. And yeah, so Dwarf, Stoneform, love it for the win. Also, World of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft. YouTube.com/TGN. All of our shows are going to be there. It's pretty damn awesome. We've been doing so many live shows for Rift, World of Warcraft, all the games, MMOs out there. Watch them. Peace out.